In this video, we're gonna talk about teenage brain development and how understanding human brain development and neuroscience will help you to grow and build habits on early life. And at the end of this video, we're gonna share some practical tips to build habits that you want. This video is especially for you if you are under 25 years. And if you are older, I think you're still gonna get a lot of benefits. Hello, I'm Dr. Masoud and I'd like to discuss topics about mental health, neuroscience, and productivity. When we look back at our early life, we find teenage as a striking period of our life, with emotional memories being so significant and indelible that even in old age we still talk about our early life and how it would be different if specific events happened differently. So as a teenage, you should know that you are in a pivotal years of your life. Guys, in neuroscience, until the age of 25, our brain is still not fully developed, especially prefrontal cortex, the area responsible of logical thinking, emotional regulation, and self-control. Also, reward system, which includes striatum, is oversensitive, which means it's easily triggered by stimulation of any kind. And also gene expressions in this brain area are increased as well during teenage, which is why we start to navigate and experience the world around us. We start to attract to opposite gender and experiment risky behaviors like smoking, love, or even drug abuse. And even we see ourselves as independent of our parents, which is why many teenagers express independence and rebellion through different behaviors like smoking or doing and wearing specific styles. It happens because of changes in bodily hormones and brain development. This literally makes you desire to do things without much risk assessment, increasing your chance to get into extreme behaviors like addictive behavior or maybe studying intense topics like physics or philosophy for sake of novelty. That's why most people who get addicted, they are exposed to drugs before age of 18. If you are exposed to drugs before age of 18, your chance of becoming addicted is 25%. But if you are exposed to drugs after age of 18, your chance of becoming addicted is only 4%. Approximately 90% of people who smoke daily in the United States, they got exposed to smoking before age of 18. Even being exposed to smoking before age of 18 doesn't just increase your chance of becoming addicted, but also it increases your chances of becoming addicted to other drugs or other forms of addiction, because it even changes the genetic makeup of the brain in a way that increases your chances of different addictions. This shouldn't make you think that teenage is just about preventing yourself of bad habits. Actually, this plasticity in the brain in this age, as we talked about before, this increase in sensitivity of striatum and decrease in self-control is also advantage for you to build habits that are sustainable for later life, because we learn faster in this age, and what we learn in this age actually remains and is embedded deeply in our personality, and it's much more difficult to change than other habits that we learn after age of 25. So adolescence contains important years of your life, if not the most important ones. And what you build remains with you later on. It's not that after you become adult, boom, everything will change and you will become the wise, productive person that you always dreamed of. So adolescence is not just age of pleasure and immaturity. In adolescence, you become responsible of your life and decisions. The earlier you build your personality, the stronger it gets and the longer it lasts. In this part of the video, we will share 4 tips to apply what we have learned. Number 1, find your passion and try to expose yourself to different disciplines. As we said, in this age, your brain starts to specialize in knowledge. Unlike child brain, which is bound to general rules of knowledge like science and math. In your teenage years, it's better to expose yourself to different disciplines like math, physics, politics, and history, and other disciplines. Then it's better to decide which discipline you're gonna specialize in, because knowing only about one discipline will restrict your way of thinking, because knowing about different disciplines will help you in your future specialty solve problems. Because usually in innovation, you see people who innovate bring things from different disciplines and combine it to produce something new. Also, choosing your specialty very early on will decrease your motivation and curiosity about other topics. Learn about basic skills like writing, which will help you to express yourself and organize your thinking. Also learn about critical thinking and other stuff related to it, like cognitive biases, scientific methodology, which will organize your thought and help you to assess what you learn, if it's true or false. The third one is to find meaning in your life. Actually, maybe this is the most important one. As Friedrich Nietzsche says, he who has why to live can bear almost anyhow. I won't tell you what your life meaning should be, but for me the definition of something meaningful is something that you find more important than your life. The fourth one is to have a grand goal. So have a grand goal and make this goal somehow grandiose, and be okay if you don't reach it. As it is said, shoot for moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. If you work hard for your goal, even if you don't reach your goal, you will get something worth it. If you have somehow grandiose goal which is meaningful for you, will help you to have motivation to work for it. As I said, your goal shouldn't be sacred if you don't achieve it, and you should accept the idea of losing so as you don't be disappointed in future. You should have a clear goal and clear steps to achieve it. Otherwise, just daydreaming about your goals, about how your life will become in the future, will not cause anything but disappointment. For example, if your goal is to relieve suffering of others, you might become a good doctor or become a businessman philanthropist. Okay guys, and this was all for today. And if you are interested in mental health, neuroscience and productivity, subscribe for more.